Dwayze on Blaze, you know the name, you know the face, you know the time, you know the place. And today we're back with a brand new react. Matter of fact, let's get into it. It's another Mzansi A-listers react Shion. Alright. Keenan Forbes, guys. We need to get to the bottom of this, alright? I haven't been as consistently following this case as I would have liked to be, but we're back again and we're going to check in on the updates. I haven't been able to focus on what's been going on, but now we're here. We're gonna check on it together as a family, united. Oh my god. All right, let's go.
And so, on something very interesting, the popular KZN family called the Gcabas have denied having a hand in the murder of AKA. In a statement summarized, the family clarified a few things, one of which was the fact that they said Fundo is an adult and a successful businessman involved in various sectors, including coal mining and the taxi industry. And it is important to note that the financial transactions between him and Mr. Gwabeni were purely for business purposes. These numerous transactions over a long period of time can be verified through bank records and were neither unique nor isolated. They also voiced out their concerns that the authorities have not approached Mfundo to share his side of the story, also stating that it is crucial to understand that Mfundo has assured the family that he has no connections to any illegal activities, nor does he have any motive to engage in such. His business dealings are legitimate and transparent, having nothing to hide to anyone, least of all our law enforcement. And they've said that they stand united in their support for Mfundo and remain steadfast in their commitment to the rule of law. All of
Niggas will write all this and then be found guilty 2 years later.
this comes after the state accused them of having transferred over 800,000 rands to the man who facilitated the murder of AKA through a company tied to Mfundo. The matter is a bit tricky, being a criminal matter, meaning that the state bears the burden of proof in proving that the money transferred was payment for the murder of AKA, meaning that even if the suspects are found guilty of the murder, the state has to prove separately that the payment to those suspects was for murder and not anything else.
How do they prove that though? How do they prove that?
In cases like this, investigators often rely on the suspects turning against whoever paid them and being a state witness in order to apprehend the guy who gave the order. In this case, should the suspects work with the police and the NPA, then the case would be stronger, as there already is paper trail of payments being made. However, many question the motive that the family would have in murdering AKA, with some suggesting that they may have been a proxy for the Tibs, who are another KZN family that people seem to highly suspect of having a hand in the murder of AKA. Whereas, when you look at it, if the Gcabas are indeed guilty, then this may actually solve other cases, because the police say that these suspects were involved in other murders, including in the taxi industry, wherein this family is very dominant. So, in a way, if there is paper trail going back in time linked to guys that are suspected of having a hand in multiple murders, it may mean that this family was using the company to facilitate payments to a guy who has taken out multiple people on their behalf, because their statement actually says that there were multiple payments even before this 800,000 payment that the police are saying is linked to AKA's murder. So if the Gcabas actually can't prove any business-worthy relations with these individuals, it may mean that maybe those payments were made to take out other opponents in the taxi industry, as these suspects are also linked, according to police's information, to other murders in the taxi industry. But that is if they are indeed guilty of all of these accusations. For more information, we will see as the case goes forward. In the meantime, you guys tell us your thoughts. And
Okay, so one thing I want to point out with the taxi industry here in South Africa, for those of you who may not be South African, this taxi industry here holds a lot of power. There's a lot of money, there's a lot of corruption, there's a lot of violence, there's a lot of law breaking, there's a lot of wild west activity. Okay, taxi industry is crazy. So my worry is that if this murder is linked to taxi families or taxi murders or any of that, then I almost feel like it may not get solved. All right, because there's just a lot of money and power at the top of that industry. At the bottom, it's all like, it's madness. But at the top, there's a lot of money there, and there's a lot of, just rule breaking and people who are not law abiding, to say the least. So it worries me that if it is the case, I don't think the real murderer or the real people behind this will be solved, because there will always be, like you said, there will be a proxy and there'll be people to take the fall. There'll be four guys. I don't think we're ever gonna get to the actual person who ordered this. I don't think it's possible. I think that person has a lot of money, and I do think it's the people who everyone suspects. But I think that family's so powerful that just nothing's gonna happen. Somebody will take the fall just for the sake of the law having to show that these are the guys, and so the public doesn't go crazy. Just to put a face to the crime, but it's not going to be the face that actually committed the crime. That's what I think is going to happen here. But that's just my take on it. We will see as things unfold. We're starting to get a lot more pieces coming together slowly but surely. We're starting to see, people we thought wouldn't be involved start to get arrested and whatnot. So hey, boy, it's getting hot. But yes, justice for brother Keenan, for AKA. And guys, let me know down below. Do you think that this will be a solved case in the next year or two, hopefully soon? Or do you feel like it's going to be like Senzo's case, where it's going to be like, decades go by, and nothing gets solved? So man, hopefully. But anyway, guys, catch you in the next one. It's been your boy Dwayze and Blaze.
Keep the operation going. RIP Ricky.